everyone, welcome back to Hartland Farms. So I mentioned in the last episode to discuss about a new animal that we have to our farm. Well, we went on a venture and we got a new type of duck. We got the Muscovy. So the reason why we decided to get Muscovies is that we really wanted to increase our meat production, but we want to lower our inputs for labor. Meat chickens, as we said in the past, like we may do them again in the future, but this year we decided not to. They are a very high maintenance bird. Not only do you have to, like when they are inside the brooder, you're constantly cleaning the chips or you're doing that thick layer bedding. And then when they're out in the field, you're moving that tractor daily and you're also trying to give them feed in addition. Meat chickens go through a lot of feed. It's very, very expensive to raise them. The reason we decided to add Muscovies to our farm is that they are a very self-sufficient bird. So this is a bird that the hens are notorious for going broody, meaning that they are notorious for hatching out many, many little ducklings. The males are absolutely massive, and they're known to be like, you just breast them out and that their breast meat is very, very, very good. It's been compared to steak, so we're very excited to try it. Additionally, Muscovies are good at free ranging. So they're great scavengers of going around and finding their own feed, so they require very little inputs of feed, so it lowers your cost for food. They're also good at looking for flies, keeping your pests in control, and they stay around pretty locally. We don't have a lot of property, so we really ideally want our birds kind of staying on our property, not going into the road or going anywhere where they shouldn't be, where they could get hurt and killed. So it's really nice to have the Muscovies. They just hang out. Like, all they do is they stay in the front yard, might move to the backyard, and then they go into the coop at night. They're totally chill with that. They're not out having adventures and exploring new trails or anything like that. So it's been a lot of fun. What we ended up getting is one drake, we named him King, and then 2 hens. Well, we did have 3 hens. One was really pretty and we liked her, and of course that was the one who didn't go into the coop one night and she ended up getting killed. So that was really tragic. It's always that one too when you're farming. It's the one that you're like, I like this one, and that's the one that gets killed by a predator. So that's our lesson for liking one. The other 2, what we named one Mama Duck, she's brown and white. And the other one, she's just very unique, so we called her Derpy. Both are not right now sitting on nests, so we're kind of excited to see what will hatch out. Mama Duck found some old chicken eggs and something should have hatched out from her, and it hasn't. So what we're gonna do is kind of clear her out from those nests and see where else she can go to hopefully hatch out some more eggs. Derpy Duck, she is in the duck coop sitting on duck eggs, so hopefully she hatches out some ducks. If they're pekin mixes, that's okay too, because it's still a meat duck that we can breast out. Not quite the Muscovy that we're hoping for, but it is what it is. We had friends of ours getting rid of 8 Muscovy ducklings. So we were like, hey, we'll take them and we'll add them to our breeding flock. So we have 8 beautiful little ducklings that are just kind of hanging out in the front yard, free ranging, and it's so cool to watch them actually go after those pests. They like dive for flies. And we're surrounded by organic farming. We don't spray our property, so it's like everything's pretty organic around here. So naturally, we're not killing off a lot of bugs. So there is a lot of natural habitat. We have those flies, those pests, but it's because we're not adding a ton of chemicals to our soil. So it's just the cost of not having chemicals. And the Muscovies are going after them like crazy. So it's really exciting to finally have something that's actually getting rid of this pest that's always been a nuisance to us. The 8 Muscovy ducklings that we have, it's gonna be a while before we can breed, so we don't expect them to be really full grown until maybe end of this year, but really next year. So it's gonna be a little bit longer for them to kind of get older, but again, it's a self-sufficient meat source, so it's not something that we have to We don't have to buy the chick, and then we don't have to constantly feed the chick feed. They can kind of free range, and we can supplement with feed. Just a kind of quick update on our ducks in general. We have 2 duck hens, 2 Pekin hens that have decided to lay a nest and sit on it. So end of July, we expect those to be hatched out. We'll see how many ducklings we get from that. Again, that's like a really cheap meat source right there, is them hatching it out, because then they will also continue to raise these ducklings for about 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks of their life, and then after that they're kind of on their own. So that's really again, we're not buying the duckling itself. Ducklings, Pekin ducklings, run about like $5.50 a chick, or a duckling, excuse me. So that saves you the cost of buying the bird. Then it saves you the cost of you having to watch, saves you the cost of labor of you watching it, feeding it, and making sure it's all taken care of. Mama duck's doing that. But yeah, that's kind of like an update. That's our newest animal that we have right now. I'll keep you posted on how it's going. Eventually we want to convert our duck flock to just Muscovies, and that way we only have that duck as our duck, and we don't have any Pekins or Rowan Pekin mixes anymore. Anyways, if there's a type of duck that you guys like or you think is awesome, feel free to comment below your favorite duck. Feel free, please like and subscribe to our channel. It's the best way to support us. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments. I do check those, and happy to kind of answer any questions that pop up as we go along. So anyways, thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.